Farmasintez company exists on the Russian market for 20 years. Its produce has become a standard of high quality and advanced technologies. The manufacturing facilities of Farmasintez operate throughout the country. 5 plants are located from St. Petersburg to the Far East. All of them are focused, first of all, on the production of drugs for the treatment of socially significant diseases.
Я считаю, что история компании началась с идеи.
I think the company's history began with an idea. Actually, at that time, I saw that all drug products that were badly needed for the country were imported, and the country was absolutely dependent on imported pharmaceutical products. We understood that such a situation should and could be changed. By the year 2035, at least 5 Russian companies must be on the global big pharma list. And we are doing our best. We are striving to be one of those 5 companies. Today, the total number of employees of the Farmasintez group of companies is more than 2,000 people. The annual turnover has exceeded 10 billion rubles. In terms of the development dynamics, it is among the 3 fastest-growing pharmaceutical companies in Russia. The company's product portfolio includes 115 drug items in various dosage forms and dosages. Yearly output has exceeded 50 million packs per year. The Farmasintez plant in Irkutsk is one of the large, modern, high-tech production facilities in the country and the main enterprise of the group. The plant consists of 4 up-to-date production departments. Farmasintez reached its 20th anniversary in a good shape. Over the past 3 years, we have grown 5-fold. And, considering that during this same time our staff has only doubled, it means a rise in labor productivity by a factor of 2.5. In this figure, we are already very close to the European pharmaceutical industry. Beginning almost from scratch in 1997, against the backdrop of full economic instability, the first production site began to operate in Irkutsk. The launch of the pharmaceutical plant in 1999 was a significant event for the economy of Eastern Siberia. Farmasintez was the first to suggest import substitution in the fight against tuberculosis. As of 2017, Farmasintez possesses the most complete nomenclature of anti-tuberculosis drugs on the Russian market. A special place in the company's portfolio is occupied by perclozone, the first innovative drug over the last 50 years for the treatment of patients with drug-resistant tuberculosis.
It's proved to be good not only for the treatment of drug-sensitive tuberculosis, but also for drug-resistant tuberculosis.
Today, more than 50% of all domestic anti-tuberculosis drugs are produced in the Irkutsk plant. The production process has been organized with regard to all the factors that can affect the working staff and the environment. The production department for solid dosage forms consists of 4 tablet production lines. The production capacity of this tablet press is 280,000 tablets per hour. 2 modern capsule production lines allow the company to produce more than 230 million capsules per year. The new packing line, launched in 2017, is a comprehensive solution for primary and secondary packaging of solid dosage forms. The machine production capacity is 100 cycles per minute. 2 modern lines for production of sterile powders for injection have been installed in the production department of sterile dosage forms. Their production capacity is more than 150 million packs per year. A self-contained robot line for manufacturing of sterile injectable solution excludes any contact of the solution with the external environment. More than 20 million ampoules of injectables are produced at Farmasintez per year. A fully automated line can produce sets that include powders for injection and ampoules with solvent for more convenient preparation of an injectable drug. In 2017, a new low-tonnage production department has been put into operation in Irkutsk. Its task comprised the technology development for production of new dosage forms for all of the group's plants, the production of drugs for clinical studies, as well as the low-tonnage production of drug lots.
We still have the potential to increase the production capacities. We are planning to build a new fifth production department to manufacture solid dosage forms.
The company has a professional team built with successful experience in the development and production of high-quality drug products in accordance with the international GMP, GCP, GDP standards.
Annually, we analyze the effectiveness of the pharmaceutical quality system. And based on this analysis, we draw conclusions regarding what needs improvement or further development in order to increase the effectiveness of this system.
The physical chemistry laboratory of Quality Control Department is equipped with the most modern analytical instrumentation for testing the raw materials, intermediate products and finished drug products to comply with the requirements of normative documents. The pharmaceutical quality system regulates the observance of all standards, starting from the purchase of raw materials and ending with the product's shipment to consumers. An important constituent of the GMP quality system at Farmasintez is vocational training and annual performance appraisal. Mistakes and shortcomings during the drug product manufacture are unacceptable. The Farmasintez company produces over 45% of the total volume of antiretroviral drugs on the Russian market. Domestic drugs significantly reduce the annual cost of an antiretroviral treatment course.
In fact, it's very gratifying to know that every third tablet that is taken by an HIV-infected patient is a tablet manufactured by Farmasintez.
In Tyumen, through Farmasintez efforts, the old bankrupt factory has turned into a modern enterprise named Farmasintez Tyumen, which meets the GMP standards. Plant modernization will allow Farmasintez Tyumen to enter a new cycle of development, producing fusion solutions not only in plastic, but also in glass bottles. The production capacity of the new production department for solid dosage forms is 3 billion tablets and 260 million capsules per year. Today, the hospital segment is a significant part of the entire Russian pharmaceutical market. The Farmasintez Group is the largest domestic supplier of drug products for this sector. The Ussurisk plant East Farm alone provides the hospital sector with 20 million bottles of infusion solutions per year. The Farmasintez Group is an active participant of the Strategy for Pharmaceutical Industry Development in Russia, Pharma 2020, adopted by the government in 2009. The result of 6 years' labor is the launch of the unique research and production complex Farmasintez Nord for the manufacture of anti-neoplastic agents in St. Petersburg. This event is important not only for our city, but also, I think, for many regions of the Russian Federation, because here modern drug products designed to fight against oncology diseases will be produced, and this means that we will not spend money to purchase such drugs abroad. The first production stage has been launched. The production department for solid dosage forms is fitted with a modern pharmaceutical equipment. The company's plans call for production of all essential cytostatics in Russia. To become a Russian manufacturer, completely independent of import of both finished dosage forms and raw materials, will be possible for Farmasintez Group through its own production of high-tech substances in the city of Bratsk. Bratsk Synthes will produce active pharmaceutical ingredients for all drug groups included in the company's portfolio. A pilot production department at Bratsk Synthes is to develop a technology to manufacture high-tech substances in the volume of up to 20 kilograms. In the future, this will allow not only for industrial-scale manufacturing of active pharmaceutical ingredients, but also bringing of innovative products to the market. The most important and the most difficult for today is the synthesis of APIs. The fact that the plant for APIs production in the Farmasintez Group is being prepared for launch is a very significant change for the country. It is a serious challenge which sets an example for many other manufacturers. The Farmasintez Group has its own system for sales promotion at the Russian and CIS markets. I happened to visit similar enterprises abroad, both in Europe and in Asia. And I can say that this is a worthy enterprise which has a very high technological level for today.
уровень.
The leadership positions of the Farmasintez group in the Russian pharmaceutical market are largely due to scientific research activity consisting in development and introduction of their own innovative products into the medical practice. Now Farmasintez has about 300 candidate molecules that can become medicines against HIV, tuberculosis, oncology and other diseases. We are closely working in several directions, and the most far-reaching now is the activity related to the drug for the prevention of adhesive process, which has been registered under the trade name Searguard. And now we are completing the Phase 2 clinical trials. A key component of the scientific and research activity of Farmasintez company is the transfer of high technologies and import replacement with domestic generic drugs. I do not know any other company that would be so successful in the sphere of technology transfer. This is very important, especially in the field of socially significant drugs. Farmasintez is a socially oriented company. It is the only one in Russia that produces anti-tuberculosis drugs in pediatric dosages.
After all, tuberculosis is a problem of society, and we must cure children and cure using the best drugs.
The success of the company's further development and its entry into the global market are professionally trained specialists able not only to control modern technological process to produce drug products, but also to develop innovative drugs. The problem of qualified personnel at the enterprise is already being solved today. Future specialists of Farmasintez study in one of the best higher education institutions of the country, the St. Petersburg State Chemical Pharmaceutical Academy, under the target recruitment program.
Я от души поздравляю всех сотрудников.
I wish all employees of the company, all our partners and our guests a happy anniversary. I hope that we will preserve the atmosphere of comfortable and efficient teamwork that has allowed us to achieve new results and which will undoubtedly pay off in the future.
Которая позволила нам достичь новых результатов и которая, без сомнения, принесет свои плоды в будущем.
For the next 5 years, the goal of the Farmasintez Group is to become the leader of the Russian pharmaceutical industry. And by 2020, the Russian company is planning to supply its medicines to dozens of countries around the world. Thus, the mission of the company continues.
С фармасинтезом в сердце живем. Фармасинтез — надежное слово.